So you meet the man of your dreams from your favourite TV show, but he turns out to be a groomer and a stalker.
Oh.
Yes, this is an actual film. It's 2018, Stalked by a Reality Star. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
This is Kendra and she's the main character.
Hi.
She's auditioning for the school play because she dreams of being an actress.
Hot temper leaps.
Yeah, she's fucking shit. This is Kendra's best friend Misha. She wants to be an actress too. Misha's sorted out some fake IDs, so she and Kendra can go to a Hollywood party tonight and make some industry connections. Kendra's like, oh no, I can't tonight. I'm watching a TV show with my mum.
I mean, what would I say? We watch it every Thursday.
Important to note at this point that Kendra is 17, not 11. After school, Kendra goes to pick her mum up from the hospital where she works. The patient she's treating is watching this show on TV called Finding Love, starring Brad Banton.
I watch with my daughter Kendra. She loves it.
This is Dr. Ty, and Kendra finds out that he's shagging her mum. Her dad's dead, by the way. Kendra is devastated because Ty's not her real daddy. She also overhears her mum and Ty discussing her recent bad behaviour. Apparently, Kendra's been lying and acting up. As they leave the hospital, Kendra's giving her mum some serious attitude.
Ooh. You're odd.
Later that evening, they're watching Finding Love. It seems the whole point of this show is that women compete to get married to Hollywood actor Brad Banton.
That doesn't look good.
Kendra's like, Mum, I know you're shagging Ty from the hospital.
Okay, you're right.
He's a serious pervert. Did you not see the way that he was looking at me?
Stop making up these ridiculous stories.
Kendra's like, whatever, Mum, you just want to forget about Dad so you can start a new life with a new family. And so far, I wouldn't blame her. Kendra is an absolute cunt.
Yeah.
She's decided that her mum's behaviour is unacceptable.
Oh, I see.
So she's going to sneak out of the house and go to that Hollywood party with Misha. And here we are at the party. Misha goes off to mingle with agents, but nobody wants to talk to Kendra until she meets Brad Banton.
Wow.
Someone pushes her into him and he stops her from falling.
Oh, it's not every day I get to save a beautiful girl's life.
Save her life. Anyway, Brad and Kendra are really hitting it off until Brad's agent Charlotte comes over to ruin it.
But I just about saved Kendra's life.
Did you?
No.
She's like, I don't care, Brad. You need to start talking to important people. Kendra's about to leave, but Brad comes to find her. He's like, would you like to go for a walk with me?
Yes. Yes.
Why do you sound so desperate?
On this walk, we find out that Brad studied drama at the same high school Kendra goes to.
Really?
Sorry, but there's no way she wouldn't know that he went to her school. This is shit. Anyway, she lies and tells him she graduated 4 years ago. He's like, oh, I must have just missed you then. Kendra then thinks of something she can tell Brad to let him know that she's happy to be with an older man.
My dad died when I was in the 7th grade.
Yeah, that'll do it. Later, Brad drops Kendra off at her house.
Can I see you again? I did kind of save your life, if you remember.
Absolutely.
So they exchange numbers. What a perfect evening this has been. But when she sneaks back inside...
Sit.
She's like, where have you been? Kendra lies about being at a play rehearsal, but her mum doesn't believe that.
You are grounded.
Whatever.
The next day, despite being grounded, Kendra goes to meet Brad. He tells her how much he likes her, because all the other girls in this town are fake. Little does he know that Kendra's lying about her age. Brad asks her out on Saturday night, and Kendra says yes. Meanwhile at work, Kendra's mum's been dumped. Cut to Saturday night, and Brad has hired this entire restaurant so they can be alone. They're having a really good time, and Brad is complaining about how stressful it is being on Finding Love.
Bullshit.
Time for a toast.
Wait.
What? Oh, it's fine.
No. Take mine.
I can...
Look, no, that's strike one. Don't let it happen again.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear indeed. It seems that Brad is mental.
That word is offensive.
Good.
After that embarrassing incident, things have calmed down, and Brad tells Kendra about how his ex died in a car accident, but it seems there's a problem with the lamb chops.
Davio?
Yes. Take a look at this. Are you trying to ruin our night?
Go ahead.
I'll take it back.
No, eat it.
Kendra's like, right, that's it, I'm leaving. And he's like, no, please don't, I'm sorry. It's just all the stress of being on the TV show.
Right.
So Kendra agrees to go back to his house. They have a Polaroid photo taken together and things are going really well. Sadly, Kendra has to leave because she's grounded and her mum will be home from work soon. But Brad starts kissing her. Kendra's like, no, stop it, this is moving too fast.
Not really.
But Brad's not having any of it. She keeps telling him to stop, but he doesn't until...
I'm only 17.
But it's okay. Brad has a plan.
Come again?
He's like, it's fine, next year you'll be legal, so we'll just have to keep it a secret until then. She's like, what? Then he starts forcing himself on her again.
No! Bradley!
Thank God his agent Charlotte has let herself into his house at midnight, and in time to break this up, Charlotte gives Kendra a ride home and tells her to stay away from Brad. The next day at school, all this Brad business has made Kendra forget all about her audition for the school play. Luckily, this guy Jake has reminded her. When they get to the audition, look who's turned up at his old school as a treat for the students. Yep, it's Brad, and he's not giving up on Kendra. Kendra runs outside, but oh no, he's caught up to her.
Away from me. And I'm gonna call the police.
I don't think you understand how much you mean to me, Kendra.
Hey, everything okay, Kendra?
Brad's like, yeah, I was just talking to her about the school play.
Men lie.
When Kendra gets home, her mum's crying because she got dumped. Kendra feels bad, so she apologises for making up all that stuff about Ty trying to come on to her, so her mum ungrounds her. That night, Kendra has nightmares about Brad and wakes up to see her window open. The next day, she tells Misha what's been going on.
And you don't want to hook up with him? Yeah, he's a little pervy, but millionaire. True.
But Kendra's like, I don't care. Kendra's having problems with her laptop, and luckily, Jake's good with computers and is desperate to get into her pants, so he offers to take it home to fix it for her. Later at play rehearsals, Kendra sees Brad watching in the dark. That night, she decides she's going to tell her mum all about this Brad business, but when her mum gets home from work...
I have a big surprise.
Oh my goodness.
Kendra takes her mum inside and she's like, Mum, no, he's stalking me.
We met at a party the other week. We went on a date and he assaulted me.
Her mum's like, oh, this again, is it? Every time a man is interested in me, you say he's obsessed with you. And she's like, no, Mum, this time it's true. Her mum goes back outside and apologises to Brad for Kendra's behaviour. Brad tells her not to worry about it and asks her out on a date. That's right, he's using the single mum to get to the 17-year-old daughter.
Guys will be guys.
You are incredible.
Kendra's determined to prove to her mum that she's not lying, so they go to the restaurant Brad took her to.
I came in with Brad Banton. Tell her.
I've never seen you before.
Mom, I was here. I sat right there.
Let's go.
Oh dear, that's backfired. Kendra's had enough of this, so she calls Brad and tells him to stay away from her mum.
You are so special.
I need to be close to you.
And you love me too.
The next day at school, Misha suggests that they look for a photo of Brad with Kendra at the Hollywood party. That way her mum will know she's telling the truth, but they can't find one. Then Jake arrives with Kendra's laptop.
It's spyware.
Pretty sure this was installed directly. Whoever did this did it manually.
He was in my house.
So Kendra calls the police and they come over that evening. But when her mum gets home...
I put the spyware on the computer.
What?
She tells Detective Bartlett that Kendra's making all this Brad stuff up, so they leave. But they do go round to Brad's house to question him about it. He's like, oh, ignore Kendra. She's just in a mood because I'm shagging her mum and I'm not her real daddy.
All right. I will see myself out to the door.
Okay.
Take care.
You too.
When the police leave, Charlotte tells Brad he needs to cut out all this stalking business. But he's like, I'm Brad Banton, and I'll do what I want. The next day, Kendra's mum is going out with Brad, so Kendra calls Jake and convinces him to bring some wine over for the babysitter that apparently is guaranteed to knock her out cold.
Okay.
So Kendra can sneak out, break into Brad's house, and steal the Polaroid he took of them together on their date. Jake's like, sounds good, I'm coming with you. But uh-oh, Brad gets an alert on his phone from his CCTV system showing Kendra and Jake approaching the house. He makes an excuse and rushes back home. At Brad's house, Kendra and Jake have found his stalker wall, covered in pictures of his ex with the eyes poked out and liar written all over them.
How impressive.
Kendra grabs the Polaroid they came for, but oh no, Brad is home. For some reason, Jake decides to tell Kendra to leave first, while he spends ages taking photos of the stalker wall on his phone.
That could backfire.
Obviously, Brad catches him. We don't see what happens, but Kendra's convinced Brad has him in the trunk of his car, so she follows him to the golf club. But it's not Jake in there, It's his golf bag. Kendra calls the police again, and they go round to Brad's that evening. But the stalker wall has been removed, and it looks like Kendra's been lying again. She's like, no, I'm not lying, and my friend Jake's somewhere in the house. But Detective Bartlett's had just about enough of this. Later that night, Kendra gets a call from Jake's phone. Oh, it's Brad staring at her through a window from the trees outside her house. The next day, Kendra's mum goes round to Brad's to end things, as it's causing too much trouble at home. But when Brad leaves the room, she finds Kendra's shoe.
That's where it went.
Yeah, apparently we're supposed to believe that somehow that shoe went unnoticed for about 3 weeks. This is shit. Brad's like, okay, I may as well admit it now. I've been using you to get to Kendra. She loves me. She just doesn't know it yet.
Stay away from my daughter.
She goes home and apologizes to Kendra for not believing her. Then they go to see Detective Bartlett.
Do you know the story of the boy that cried wolf?
It ends with a real damn wolf.
He's like, yeah, whatever, I'm fucking bored of this. Back at Brad's, his agent Charlotte is furious about all his behavior, but he's still determined to be with Kendra.
Relationships are a lot of work.
When Kendra and her mum get home from the police station,
I'm gonna get a water.
Kendra's mum comes downstairs to find Kendra gone, so she calls the police. Detective Bartlett, who must be so sick of this by now, tells her that Brad doesn't have her, because he's been at the studio all day. It's Charlotte who's got her.
Here's Mom. What?
She's like, yeah, I am. Jake's here too. I took down the stalker wall and I killed Brad's ex.
Very impressive indeed.
Meanwhile, Kendra's mum has decided to follow Brad to Charlotte's house. When Brad gets there, he finds them tied up and helps them escape.
And why is that?
He never wanted this. But oh no, his mum's guarding the door with a taser.
Oh no!
It's okay though, Brad has an actual gun. Kendra's mum has managed to break into the house, but it looks like Brad's mum has convinced Brad to drop the gun.
No! Don't!
What an idiot.
Brad's mum's just about to shoot Kendra when Kendra's mum comes in and clubs her over the head. She goes to help Jake, but of course Brad's mum regains consciousness and gets to the gun again.
Yep.
Why do they never finish these people off? Anyway, she's about to shoot Kendra when...
You took everything from me!
Oh, it's okay, it was only the shoulder. As Charlotte tries to help Brad, Kendra's mum grabs the gun and calls the police. When the police arrive, Brad and Jake are taken into hospital, and Brad's mum is arrested. An unspecified time later, Kendra, her new boyfriend Jake, Misha, and her mum are watching the new season of Finding Love before deciding they'd rather play a board game. Yeah. And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and check out this other video. Thank you.